It started with the sound of my father's fork tapping his wine glass. That polite little ting, ting, ting that meant everyone should shut up and listen. The Thanksgiving table was heavy. Turkey, wine, fake smiles, all balanced on the sharp edge of tradition. He stood, eyes sweeping the table like a judge ready to deliver a verdict. And then he said it. Not everyone at this table deserves Toby here. The room froze for a second. Then laughter filled the silence. Al eyes turned to me like it was an inside joke everyone knew except me. I smiled back, calm, steady. Good thing, he said, raising my glass. I built a life that doesn't need your approval. Don't worry, you'll read about it soon. Thessalence that followed tasted better than any turkey on the table. It wasn't always like this. Once my father used to tell me I was the smart one. Said I saw the world differently. He'd clap me on the back, proud of my grades, my business ideas, my plans. But when I started building something real, when investors actually said yes to me, the pride turned sour. He wanted control, always did. My brother Evan was the golden one. The one who followed orders, wore the family name like armor. I was the mistake they couldn't mold. So when my father found out that my company, Theone he refused to fund, got acquired for 7 figures, he did what he always did when I shined too bright. He tried to dim the light. It started small. A mistaken leak of my financials to theirs. Then an email thread accidentally forwarded to my partners questioning my ethics, my loyalty. When I confronted him, he smiled that same smile he wore tonight and said, "You wouldn't have what you have without me." That's when it stopped being his son and started becoming his reckoning. I didn't lash out. I learned that revenge isn't about shouting. It's about silence. Long, deliberate silence. While he slept in his empire of old money, he studied his foundation, the shell companies, the offshore accounts, the quiet deals he thought no one noticed. It didn't hack him. I didn't steal. I just revealed. I built a network. Journalists, ex-partners, a lawyer he fired 10 years ago for talking too much. They were all waiting for a reason to see him burn. I gave them the match. My brother Evan, he was part of it too, whether he knew or not. His name was on one of the accounts. Dad used him as ash shield as always, but I wasn't cruel. He sent Evan the evidence a week before it broke, told him to get out to clean his name. He didn't believe me. He sent it straight to Dad. That's when I knew the Thanksgiving dinner would be my stage. I arrived early. Same house, same old smell of oak and arrogance. They thought I came to make peace. Dad even joked Ash poured my wine. Glad you finally came to your senses. He didn't know that by the time he said those words, the financial investigation had already gone public. His name was trending on every business channel by dessert. I'd timed it perfectly. Anonymous tips, official documents, and that one signature he forged 10 years ago when he cut my mother out of the estate. Everything I'd uncovered, everything he'd buried, all rising like ghosts from the floorboards beneath his polished dining table. So when he said, "Not everyone at this table deserves to be here," he was right. He just didn't realize he was talking about himself. I watched his phone buzz on the table. The color drained from his face as he read the first headline. Evan's fork froze midair. Mom, quiet as ever, looked at me, and for the first time in years, she smiled. Just a flicker, but real. Dad tried to laugh it off. Fake news, he muttered, but the tremor in his hand betrayed him. By the time dessert arrived, his phone wouldn't stop ringing. Calls from board members, lawyers, reporters. I didn't say a word. Just let the chaos bloom around him. Silence, like I said, is the best revenge. Now he's a headline. His empire seized, his reputation dismantled. Evan finally called me last week, said he wished he'd listened. I told him it wasn't too late to start over as long as she did it without the family name. As for me, I built something better, something clean, a company with no shadows behind the numbers. Funny thing about Thanksgiving, it's supposed to be about gratitude. And I am grateful. Grateful for the lesson my father taught me the hard way. Power isn't an inheritance, it's in independence. Soya's dad was right. Not everyone at that table deserved to be there, but only one of us had the courage to walk away. And when I said, "You'll read about it soon," I wasn't talking about the news. I was talking about his obituary.